Good morning. Here in the beginning of this video, I'm discussing installing my M.2 drive, but here in the very beginning I talk about my motherboard and its M.2 slots, and then we get on to the business of unboxing and all that. Have a nice day. DDT out. Here's a picture of my Asus motherboard, straight from their website, and it shows where the M.2 slots are, and when we go to the next frame here, I'm showing here on the website that the M.2 drive, as soon as I find it here, the M.2 drive shares its data with the SATA 1 port on the motherboard, so you have to use one or the other, and you can't use both. That's what I'm discussing here. So in my situation, I had to move all the cables down one, as will be described in the next clip. Somewhere on the bottom here, it talks about the both M.2 slots. They're in the notes. DDT out. How's my microphone working now that I have it turned on and not disabled? Let's pick this up from my not so favorite store in Panama. I'll tell you why in a second. I'll tell you why right now. This is a 120 gig M.2 WD green. What happened? I ordered 3 things, not just 2 things. They only gave me 2 things. My other order, which was for a mouse, well, I ordered the mouse on Sunday, and it said it was ready for pickup on Monday. And by the time I got over there today, Thursday, guess what? They sold my mouse. And it was the last one. Not real happy with them right now. This mouse is about to fail. This is a Genius mouse with the right key. I don't know why that's there. The right key is not working properly anymore. You can hear it click here, but that one, there's no click sound. It's about to fail. I go through my left key, that left button on my mouse goes out almost all my mice, almost all the time. And I'll do a voiceover on my other video. I'm going to get the computer out and install this SSD. Back on flash. How are we doing here? Let me adjust this. There's the computer in question. That cheap case. I still haven't been able to replace the power supply in it. It is off. Okay, here's the SSD. Look how tiny this thing is. It's hard to tell. Here's the SSD with a nickel on top of it. There's the nickel. That's how big it is. It's about this. Its width is about the same as the diameter of this nickel. Or not diameter, diameter. So, I should have got that right the first time, seeing that I got straight A's in geometry. Anyway, way back in the day. So the next question is, where is the SSD? Where do I have my current drive plugged in? Yep, I'm using port 1 right now. Means I need to move some stuff. I'm going to move everything down one. Port 1 is going to be disabled as soon as I plug in that drive. Okay, I moved the two. You didn't see shit. I moved the two items down one slot. This one on top, you can't see shit. This one on top is the port 1. And I probably took the SSD that's in there now off of it. We'll find out because I'm going to boot into the BIOS first anyway. The UEFI, you can call it what you want. This little baggie has the screws and standoffs I need to install M.2 drives in the computer. So I'll open that next. Coffee? I'm not going to be able to photograph me putting in that drive. Sorry about that, because there's only one person here. Yeah, that was me with the scissors. I'm just going to install all of them onto the board so I don't lose them. All the screws and standoffs. Turning out the audio for a sec. Sorry about that. I'll cut that part out since I use what you call it. Next question is, will my little socket work for this standoff? Yep, it fits. 2280. And I need a flashlight. 2280 should be the last one on here because that's the max for this board. Yep. I need my magnetic screwdriver. Get out of the way. I could put a screw in it, and I could put it down like that. It should be able to take the weight. I wish I could photograph this for you, but I don't have a tripod yet. Get my socket. Stand up tightening. Oops. Careful. See, careful. I'll do it again on this one. So I don't lose this hardware, I'm just going to put it all in here all at once. I'm just putting the screw just enough so I can, so all the weight, so all of the socket, all of the standoff, and all of the screw can be like that on the screwdriver. It's there on the end. I'm putting this one on the other one. The socket. Take it down. Move the socket. Take down the little screw. Not very tight, just so I don't lose it. Okay, this one's not going anywhere. And this one I need to take the screw back out. Okay, I have the screw. Verify the standoff is okay. It's okay. So I should have done it in the first place. Alright, where's the drive? I'm going to install the drive right now. Maybe I can. The cable's only so long. You see where it says Asus? The drive's going to cover that up. Very dangerous for my new camera to be doing that, so we won't be doing that. By a tripod, this camera is compatible with a tripod, so maybe someday I'll turn one of those into a house. Opening the clamshell, just like it's kind of like opening a clamshell for memory. Here's the actual SSD. I'm going to stand up for this operation with a flashlight. Make sure I don't screw this up. I've seen people like Kerry Holtzman screw this up, and then he finally got it figured out. Because he didn't use the standoff the very first time he did it. Then I've seen several people install these. It wasn't difficult to get it into the slot. I need to tighten it, or tighten it as tight as I can possibly get it without destroying the computer. No, just enough so it doesn't move. Just barely enough. Oh, I suppose I can show you that. I stuck it, the business end of the SSD into the slot. That's what it looks like now. Like kind of like a springboard on a swimming pool. And over here on this side, I'm going to tighten it down against the standoff. Okay, here's the teeny weeny little screw. Put it into my magnetic screwdriver. Verify that it's not going anywhere. Okay, it should be good to go. In order for me to show you the BIOS, I'll have to use the camera. So I'll just leave the camera running while I button this back up. Put this in here with that. Here's the company that sold me the shit. It did not sell me a mouse. If you want a mouse and they only have one mouse and you order it, it's going to be gone by the time you get over there. Word to the wise, if you want a mouse, make sure they have at least a half a dozen before you go over there. Because they don't save it for you, apparently. It's probably okay. That mouse probably no good anyway. I don't need that, but I do need that. In case we need to ship the SSD to Western Digital. Put on the thing. Don't pay any attention to the idiot with a hammer, because they don't have anything else to eat except bananas and plantains. Okay, let's set this up. I have to move the mouse and the keyboard. Actually, just the keyboard should be good enough. So I'm going to the BIOS. In fact, I will need the keyboard. This over here, where you can't see it anymore. Hook it up. Hook up my VGA. Actually, I'm hooking up my KVM. And hook up this. Hook up my internet. And that's it for now. Apply power. Switch the thing. Okay, I have. Oh, okay. Show you what we have here. I am in the utility. Sorry, I'm tangled up with something. I don't know if you can see it or not. Get rid of the fan. Right there in the center, on the top, M.2_1. One each M.2 drive. So I moved everything down one notch. So the Western Digital 5000, that's a 500 gigabyte hard drive. That's a little laptop drive. And so the other SSD was actually on port 2 previously. Now it's on port 3. And the boot priority is now set up wrong. Advanced is F7. Boot. Boot option 1 needs to be I need to put that on the other one. Why isn't it switching? Oh, I see. Alright, let's see if I can boot. And the rain has just arrived. And I don't have Windows 10 available. I was afraid of that. So let me work on that so I can have the air running on me because it's extremely hot in my house. Later. Let's see if the microphone's on. Yeah, okay. It took me several attempts to get all the things corrected inside the computer, the Asus computer. Now we're going to give you remote access to it. Disk management needs to be initialized. unallocated. Go ahead and format it. M.2. Okay, it should be formatted now. Alright, now we need to do this, and we need to make sure it's correct, and then we'll synchronize. Because I'm not up to date here at all. Let me see if I can find the thing. Great. Okay. Apparently that's done. We'll do the rest of that crap later. I'm trying to get a certain thing from the other computer, namely this. Copy. Invite data. Paste. We're going to do a benchmark on our new SSD. If I can find it. Looks like that's the right one. .2. Turn up the icons because it's none of your business what I have on my machines. Read speed's not real good on 4K. You just have to wait until it time's up. And there's our final numbers for our new M.2 drive. As you can see, of course. Put this in the cache. Okay, we're going to go to Kingston, which is also on here. and we'll test that. I'll cut the end of that out. It shouldn't be difficult.